If your team got guaranteed money, tell them call me.
Whoop. Make me say, my. I done been around the world.
Yeah, I was made for this.
Player performance with J.A. Cavalier.
Yes, sir. Oh, we got to get rid of this. My fault on that. Oh, boy. Here we go. Sorry about that. Welcome, everybody. Yes, it is the Shark and Gun Show. No shark this week. But unfortunately, you get me, the Gunz, and I'm here to give the plays that pay the bills. Of course, I would not leave you guys hanging without giving you some of the top 25 looks. And also, I'm going to give you 2 extra plays on this show. And I know you're watching me solo on this one. However, you need to like and subscribe to the J Cavalier channel and make sure that you follow all the content that is coming out here. Hit the like button and get into the chat as well. I see exactly in the chat dropping in. It's time. Of course, I'm a little bit late. Of course, I was out playing golf today. And, of course, you can see the color here. I didn't put on any sunscreen. That was a bad move on my part. Talking to Pablo. Let's go. We're going to be breaking down the top 25, and also I'm going to give you 2 extra plays. So this is going to be a little bit of a teaser here on this Friday. You're not missing any plays. I do like a play today. I like South Florida minus 28.5, so you're not going to miss that. But we got extra plays here. Let's talk about the top 25. Let's get into the card as we go along. Let's talk about the first one here on the board. Let's talk Texas versus Florida. Going to be an electric type game. You have a Texas team that really kind of stock dropped on them a little bit. Of course, the offense has been struggling, but the defense has done good. You have also a Florida team that is 1-3 straight up on the year and off a bye week. And also Texas off a bye, so there's no advantage as far as the rest versus wary here. Now, of course, when you look at Texas, I had a decent opponent in Ohio State. That's probably the barometer here, but all their other opponents are kind of bad. You had UTEP, Sam Houston State, San Jose State in that sample size. You have Florida done well as a home dog versus conference opponents. They're on an 8-1 ATS streak. However, are they going to back Billy Napier in this position? I am not sure about this one. Going into the spot, seeing this low line, and actually the line is dropping at +7, +6, +5. I'm seeing 4.5s hit the board. Very weird that the Sharps are hitting this line here. So am I going to be making a pick on this one as far as the side goes? No. I do have a take on the total. I'm going to keep that with the VIPs. If you want to go sign up for the VIPs, that is an elite week. Or you can sign up for the month for $150. Take your pick, 75 or 150. But I think from a side perspective, you're going into the swamp for the first time as a Texas team, of course, playing in the Big 12, getting to the SEC. They have not felt this experience before. And if the team is going to support Billy Napier in this position, I think we have to look at the Florida side. And I know the number has gotten a little bit low here, which is making me hesitant to actually make it an official play. But I do lean towards the Florida side here on the plus. I'm not going to be taking Texas until I see this offense flourish. I do think the defense is going to be fine, but going into the swamp is a very different environment in college football. So, yes, I do lean towards the Florida side in this position. You can get 4.5s and 5s out there. I think you just got to go shop around. Go get the 5 if you can find it. Or if you don't like the 5 right now, wait till the morning because I think this line may jump around a little bit by the time this game kicks off. All right, we got a good matchup here with Vandy going against Alabama in this position at Bryant-Denny Stadium, Tuscaloosa, Alabama. This is going to be a 3:30 kick on this one. You have a Vandy team that is 5-0 coming into this game, dominating opponents with an average margin of victory of 32 points per game. You have Bama 3-1 on the year, of course, coming off that big victory last week versus UGA, 24-21 on the road. Vandy, what I call their offense, and I've used this term a lot with a couple of these offenses, they're explosive. 494 yards of total offense per game, and they have a strong run game as well. 223 rushing yards per game, 6.5 yards per carry. Now, I mentioned the run game for a reason because Bama's defense against the run is not great, and this was something that Georgia kind of exposed, and also Florida State exposed 230 rushing yards, 4.7 yards per carry in week 1 was against Florida State. That's what Florida State put up. And then, of course, last week versus Georgia, they gave up 6.9 yards per carry, 227 rushing yards. I think this is what Vandy's going to want to do. And Vandy has that ability to run the ball, pass the ball. They can do whatever they want on the offensive side. Of course, there is revisionist history between these two teams. Bama losing on the road to Vandy after playing Georgia, for that matter, and we have kind of a similar position. However, Vandy was a 22.5-point dog at home last year. Now they're on the road playing in Tuscaloosa. Playing at Tuscaloosa in Alabama, hostile environment. However, line is lower. We're looking at 10.5s and 11s on the board right now. That is line correlation 101 right there. And I think we're going to be looking at a spot here where I may be taking Vandy on this one. So if there's a play in this game, I would say take the Vandy side on this one. Give me Vandy plus 11, and you can shop around and find those numbers. All right, next game on the board. My God, we're going into the ACC. We got Vandy versus Louisville Federal Credit Union Stadium. Louisville, Kentucky, 3:30 is going to be the kick on this one. And yes, UVA coming off probably one of their most illustrious wins in the history of the program, beating a top 10 opponent at home, which I don't think anybody that went to UVA has ever seen. I've been to a few UVA games, and I've seen more heartbreak than I've seen flourishness, and we probably the best field storm that I've ever seen as well. I feel bad for the players. Hopefully nobody got hurt there because, oh, my God, I felt like guys were going to be trampled there. But when we look at this game here, UVA 4-1 on the year off that upset on Friday night, like I said, to Florida, beat Florida State 46-38 in overtime. Louisville off a nice win themselves, getting down early, getting back into that game, won the game against Pitt. On the road. Now they get to go back home, and Louisville at home's been very good historically. However, they're playing a very explosive offense in UVA, 540 yards per game in total offense, 5.6 yards per carry, and 296 passing yards per game from UVA. Chandler Morris getting into that offense, flourishing. Coming from ULM. He's kind of been around the ringer as far as G5s are concerned, but now he's at in the P4 level, and he's done very well. He's a bottle keg. He does throw picks. He does have turnover ability, but he gets yards, he gets touchdowns, so it comes with a little bit of a grain of salt. This Louisville defense, pretty solid for the most part, holding opponents to 268 yards per game. But this will be the best offense that they've seen all year, and the best offense that they've seen so far is Pitt. And quite frankly, UVA's offense is way better than Pitt, right? I'm looking at the total on this one because I think there's going to be scoring in this one. Of course, both teams put up points. Louisville averaging 38 points per game. You have UVA averaging 46 points per game. Also, the over is 3-1 in all of Louisville's games this year, but this is a total that we've never seen with Louisville today. It's actually surpassed 60. So this is the first time it's surpassed 60 this season for any of the Louisville totals this year. And then, of course, UVA is 5-0 to the over this year. And this is the highest total in any of the UVA games. And I took advantage of UVA total last week. And what did you see? You saw a high-scoring affair. And I think we're going to see another high-scoring affair here. And I think we have to keep trailing these UVA overs until the wheels fall off of the train or until the books adjust. But as long as it's over 60, I would say just take UVA overs. And Louisville kind of fits that correlation as well. Of course, UVA 8-2-2 to the over in road games dating back to 2023, I think. So, yeah, this is an over spot. We're going to be taking it here. Give me the over UVA, Louisville, and cash that ticket, hopefully. All right, last top 25 game on the board. We're going to the ACC one more time. We're going Miami and Florida State. This is going to be an electric game, prime time, Doak Campbell Stadium, Tallahassee, Florida. Of course, Florida State, like I said, talking about the UVA game, coming off a bad road loss, prime time, Friday night, tough spot in OT. Now you have to go back and play this Miami team, a rival, like it was kind of a flourishing rival back in the 90s. but it's got some weight to it this time from both sides. Top 10 programs going against each other. Miami 4-0 in the year. They're coming off a bye, beat Florida, and of course, Florida. DJ Langway. I just want to vent on him a little bit. When are we gonna move on from DJ Langway? I know Billy Napier's playing for his job every single week, and he's kind of just. I know the backup I think the backup transferred, so I don't think he has any choice but to start DJ Langway. But I'm venting a little bit when they're talking about these Florida Gators. Of course, Miami beat them 49-12. Florida State, like I said, bounce back type of environment, going on the road, coming back here. Very tough place to play in Doak Campbell, but you're playing a Florida team. And Florida State's offense, pretty good. 600 yards total offense, 336 rushing yards per game, 6.7 yards per carry, 264 passing yards per game. Castellanos in that offense has given them a boost. I can't say it enough. And I think in this position, he may flourish. But he's going against a pretty good defense with this Miami team. Very solid. But I think there's some exposure there in the passing game. Even though they have the new defensive coordinator there coming over from Minnesota, I think with Notre Dame kind of exposed them a little bit at week 1, putting up 221 passing yards. And that was with a rookie quarterback, okay? Not a veteran quarterback in his first start, mind you. And then USF put up 292 passing yards. So I think Florida State may be able to get to this team by passing the ball. And mind you that Miami will be playing their first road game of the year. I know it's still in state for them, but they haven't played on the road once this year. And of course, Florida State is 3-1 straight up last 4 versus Miami. And they did lose to Miami last year with a bad Florida Seminole team, 36-14 in 2014, 21-point road dogs in that situation. Now you're seeing them as a short dog at home. It is line correlation 101, guys. 2-6 ATS as a conference road favorite. Miami, the Hurricanes are last 8, 2-9 ATS, last 11 as a single-digit favorite. I think this is a Florida State spot all day long. I thought it was going to be a lean. I think it's going to be an official play for me. Give me Florida State here, and you can get it at +4.5 right now. Just take the points. Don't get cute on the money line. I just think taking the points is the way I would play this one. Let's be conservative. All right, Papa Chulo comes in there, goes, let's go, Gunz. Happy birthday, man. It ain't my birthday, kid. My birthday's in April. JG86 says, Gunz, my guy. What's going on, buddy? All right, I just broke down the top 25. I'm going to give you 2 extra plays, of course. Make sure you like and subscribe to the J Cavalier channel. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you get in the comment section. Please support this channel. This is what we do. Free plays, free content. We do it for the low price of $0.00, of course. And you need to support what we're doing. And the way to do that is hit the like button. Get in the comment section. That's all you need to do. Whether you're watching this live, whether you're watching this not live, whether you're watching this on Saturday, getting away from your kids, drinking a little bit of coffee, getting away from your wife, whatever. Just hit the like button, get in the comment section, and support the channel. Also, go check out my Telegram as well, and @Gunz on Instagram. You're going to find all the content there. You're going to find all my free picks. You're going to find my Telegram link. You can join my Telegram. I dropped a free play on Telegram today, and actually last night for the boys for Friday Night College Football. That play is still in. You can get it now. It's a later play, so please go check it out. Get into my Telegram, follow, and enjoy the ride. All right, let's get into some of the nitty-gritty, the dirtiest of the dirty. Let's talk about this play right here. Let's talk about Coastal Carolina versus Old Dominion. You know me, guys. Anybody that's been following Gunz knows I'm the Gun Belt. I own the conference. It ain't the Sun Belt. It's the Gun Belt. Everybody knows I own this conference. And now it is time for me to possess it, own it, absorb it, and give you a play in this conference. And I think this is a perfect one with Coastal Carolina versus Old Dominion. SB Ballard Stadium in Norfolk, Virginia. 6 p.m. is going to be the kick on this Saturday. And yes, you have ODU that is 3-1 of the year off a win versus Liberty Bibberty, non-conference 21-7, of course. Coastal Carolina off a bye week and a big road win too against Southern Bama. I think it was a revenge spot in that one, 38-20. Coastal Carolina did get that win. Okay, 38-20. If anybody looked at the box score, it was a little bit misleading. Coastal Carolina actually lost the yardage battle minus 126 in that position. How does a team losing the yardage by over 100 yards win by 18 points? Let me tell you, they had 2 INTs that started their drive inside Southern Alabama's 30, and they had a fumble return for a touchdown. That is 17 points right there, folks. 17 points off of what I would call outliers. And this is why Coastal Carolina not only won that game, but they won by margin. Coastal Carolina's defense is weak. They can't stop the run. Bad at stopping the run. Versus Eastern Carolina, they gave up 204 rushing yards, 4.2 yards per carry. Versus Southern Alabama, a team they beat by 18 points, Southern Alabama put up 223 rushing yards, 5.1 yards per carry. But they turned over the ball, and that was the key to the game. Coastal Carolina's offense is absolutely terrible, too. 293 yards per game, 147 passing yards per game, 53.1% pass completion rate as well. And we have low and behold, the revenge angle. Yes, ODU has revenge because they lost to Coastal Carolina 45-37. It's 5-point road dogs last year, and now they're a double-digit favorite at home. This ODU team is very good in the Gun Belt this year. They're also 3-1 ATS this year off a non-cover by a half a point last game too. So they should be 4-0, right? But they missed by a hook last week. And of course, Coastal Carolina's 3-8 ATS run is a double-digit dog. Yes, it's a high favorite number, but ODU is going to absolutely thump this team at home, SB Ballard Stadium. Give me ODU minus 20.5 as the play. All right, boy. S-Dot, my guy, dude. I've seen you in the chat a bunch. I've tried to say what's up to you. What it do, my brother? How's it going? Monarchs roll. Adam knows, man. He knows about the Gun Belt. He knows about the Gun Belt. Calvin, my guy, appreciate all you do. Dude, I am just dude, I am like exhausted. I'm just sunburnt. I wish like I was wearing a hat all day. My team hit a 59 today, and we got 4th because of cheaters, man. I'm very mad. I'm pissed off. And I can't wait because I need this energy for Saturday. And by the way, speaking of Saturday, make sure you follow me on _Gunz because we're building a parlay tomorrow. We're like our parlay group is tight. Great team. Gave a bunch of speeches last week. Like it was Hoosiers, circa, I'm trying to think. I was going to say Dustin Hoffman, but that's not the head coach. But you know what I'm talking about. Yes, we're going to build a parlay tomorrow. We're going to talk college football. You bring the questions, get into the chat, talk it up, and I'll give you all the information I could possibly give you. If I've looked at every single play on the board already. Whether I like the play or not, I will give you my opinion. And we're going to build a parlay in the process. And it's going to be a parlay. It's like we're not doing some foofy bullshit parlay either. These are winners. We're going to give winners here. I think the last 2 weeks we've missed it by 1, and I've stayed up till 3 a.m. trying to like tail with you guys live on Instagram. So please just follow me, man. I'm putting in the work. 9 a.m. Join me. _Gunz and get it. All right, one more play to give you guys. I gave this play out earlier in the week. I don't know if you guys saw it or not, but I love this one, man. Service Academy games are my favorite. Disciplined football. But I think we're going to see some scoring on this one, and I'll tell you why. Air Force Navy, they're playing at Annapolis, right up the road from Gunz Studio, not too far away. Navy, one of those teams we need to be watching out for, man. 4-0 in the year, 21-13 win over Rice. Very ugly win. Of course, these teams like to control time of possession, so that makes sense as far as the ups and downs of the total. But you have an Air Force team that is 1-3 on the year. They're off back-to-back home losses, including getting bumped by Hawaii 44-35 last week. Thank God that game wasn't late. But you have Air Force defense. Have you seen this defense for Air Force? If not, let me give you some numbers here. They give up 533 yards of total offense to their opponents on average last 3 weeks. Air Force defense has given up 47.3 points per game in the last 3 weeks on average, guys. That's terrible. Okay. And then you have Air Force's offense. Very different story because they could put up points, they could put up yards. They put up 470 yards of total offense, 5.1 yards per carry, 254 on the ground, and 216 in passing. You would think that a triple option offense would just be a little bit more run oriented. This team could pass too. Don't sleep on this Air Force team, man. And then, as far as the offense goes, but you have Navy, great offense as well, very explosive. Same thing, 484 yards total offense per game. Primarily in the ground game, they average 6.5 yards per carry and 352 rushing yards per game. Navy's offense averages 38 points per game this season. What did I just tell you between those two teams? I just told you these teams are high scoring, didn't I? Then we talk about the last 3 years. What was the total in the last 3 years when these two teams matched up? 37, 38, and 30. I'm sorry, 37, 34, and 38. The total in this game is what? 51 right now? 51 and a half? What? For Service Academy? I thought these were unders. This is the highest total since 2017. And it hit 50. I think it was around 50 in 2017. Guess what the final score of that game was? 48 to 45. Do the math, guys. That's an over. I think this game sails over on Saturday. And we're going to see it at noon. This is going to be an early one. So give me Air Force Navy. Over. 51 and a half. And by the way, that's going to be a VIP play. Yes, I'm hoarse. My voice sounds like shit. And I'm still here. Alan wants to know about New Mexico money line. Nothing. Is it my birthday or something? What the fuck? It ain't my birthday, guys. Who said it was my birthday? Is that a setting on Twitter? It ain't my birthday, kid. I don't got many years left on this planet. It better not be my birthday. But I appreciate the sentiments regardless. Who said it was my birthday? Anywho, I just gave you 6 plays. I gave you a 6-pack of winners. Make sure you like and subscribe to the J Cavalier channel. Make sure you look at all the content that is going on with Why Lose. You can follow Shark. You can follow Coach. You can follow Luke, the prop master himself. And you can follow me. But we got plenty of shows to do this weekend. Of course, join me at 9 a.m. Instagram Live. Why Lose _Gunz. And we're going to build ourselves a goddamn winning parlay. And we're going to talk some ball. I'm going to talk to you for an hour. Then I got to do other shows. You got me for an hour. So please join me and support what I'm doing on Why Lose and support everybody else. And also, great deal as far as the elite football is concerned. You can do one of two things. $75, you get the week. If I don't make you 5 units, you get the month. Or you could pony up and go 150 and just buy the month because I'm kind of making a lot of money on college football right now and NFL. But you get all my college plays, you get all my NFL plays, and you get a max bet in college football and NFL every single week. I'm not going to deter from that. I'm not going to shy away from that. We're going to have max bets, and those are 5 unit bangers. And please just join all the content that I'm doing. I'm going to be on Telegram all weekend. And just go check me out on Twitter if you want to find out all the shows I'm going to be on, of course. Going to be on Pub Sports, and I'm going to be on Sports Grid for the early slate there on Saturday. But I appreciate everybody that's joined. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe. Let's cash some tickets. Let's have ourselves a damn Saturday. And make sure you check out the free play. I'll just give it to you right now. USF minus 28.5. Go take that one to the bank. That's the only thing I'm on for Friday. That was a free pick. I dropped down Telegram. That's why you need to join my Telegram. You get the plays early. All right, that's going to do it here for the college football live show with Gunz and the Shark. Only Gunz today. Let's cash some tickets. Let's dominate the board. And as always, yep. Let's keep dancing. Bye-bye.
Cut my life. is. This is my last resort. Suffocation, no breathing. Don't give a fuck if I